Because when the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, we had this brilliant idea that we were going to come to Pakistan and create a force of mujahideen, equip them with Stinger missiles and everything else to go after the Soviets inside Afghanistan. And we were successful. The Soviets left Afghanistan, and then we said, great, goodbye, leaving these trained people who were fanatical in Afghanistan and Pakistan, leaving them well armed, creating a mess, frankly, that at the time we didn't really recognize. We were just so happy to see the Soviet Union fall, and we thought, okay, fine, we're okay now. Everything's going to be so much better. Now you look back, the people we're fighting today, we were supporting in the fight against the Soviets.
This week, President Obama announced that he's going to halt the withdrawal of troops in Afghanistan. Do you agree with that decision?
I do agree with that, and I think it's the right decision. I think that the president has been very focused on trying to understand the conditions on the ground. He feels that he's got a good partner with the president of Afghanistan, President Ghani, and I admire the fact that the president, who has very strong positions about trying to end wars and bring people home, which is exactly the right place to be in, is not so doctrinaire, absolutist, that no matter what the circumstances are, he's going to stick to his position. You have a position of responsibility and a real obligation to try to make the best decisions possible, and I know that that's what he did on this one.
Now to an extraordinary development in the presidential campaign. Hillary Clinton, the 2016 nominee, called Tulsi Gabbard, one of the current candidates, quote, the favorite of the Russians. Nancy Cordes is following this. And Nancy, what are we to make about all this?
Well, Nora, Hillary Clinton did not mention Tulsi Gabbard by name, but an aide confirms that that's who she was talking about when she made this stunning claim that the Russians had already hit on a way to meddle in the 2020 election, much in the same way they meddled in her election in 2016.
Hi, this is Hillary Clinton. I was your Democratic nominee in 2016. Do you remember? I could open a jar of pickles. So good.
Hey guys, this is Tommy from Tommy Nation Politics. How's everyone doing today? Tommy Nation Politics.
I think I know what you're thinking right now. God, she's just such a polarizing figure. Maybe that has something to do with me being a woman in politics. Being a woman in politics takes a lot of courage, but I don't really care if you like me or you don't, because I'm not running this time, and I don't plan on running for a bit. Besides, my husband was a very successful president of the United States, 42nd in fact. I know the Gen Z and millennials and Generation X mostly know me as the Secretary of State under the first black president, Barack Hussein Obama, the 44th president of the United States. That was an adventure. One of the big lines that I bring along with me on the campaign trail whenever I'm running for office is that I never forgot where I came from and what I'm fighting for. But in reality, here's the truth. I grew up in a middle-class suburban neighborhood in Chicago. My father was a World War II veteran, and he taught me to love this country. I did love this country for a little bit. I've had some relationships where I've been very in love in my whole entire life. The first was with my country, the second was with my husband, and the third was when I finally found power for the first time. When I finally found power, I knew from the first moment I tasted it. And this was something that I would need, I would want, and I would have forever. And I would never let it go. Eventually, I grew from a figurehead, a mascot, a first lady, to having my own staff, my own office, my own power, separate from my husband. And with power, I submitted all my soul and all my body and all my being to the art and practice of ancient witchcraft. I fully practiced and embodied the artful worldview of the elites and oligarchs, the rich who own more wealth than all the poor combined. Drunk on the adrenochrome of infants and the suffering of all the less fortunate, I became the first and most powerful neoliberal in existence. But I wasn't just simply a puppet of the rich and well-off New England elite. I was a lawyer who controlled the flow of weapons. I controlled all things. Without even campaigning once, I got the New York Senate seat. After that, Kennedy boy mysteriously died in a plane crash. When at long last I received the presidential nomination of my party, the Democratic Party, I jumped for joy and sacrificed a tiny infant orphan child to the god Moloch for his wonderful blessings. I vowed then that I would make more neoliberal. They say in fairy tales that all magic comes with a price. Yes, indeed, my dark magic did cost every little piece of my heart when it was practiced. But was it worth it? Most assuredly. I vowed long ago, as a child, never to be hurt, like my mother was hurt. Vulnerable, like my mother was vulnerable. I would be strong. I would be powerful. I would make men fear me.
Hey guys, this is Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics. How's everyone doing? Hello, my friends. Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics. How's it doing today? How's it going? How you doing? Well, me, I'm feeling a little cold, guys. It appears revenge is a dish served cold. How we got Osama bin Laden in Pakistan. We did a surge in Afghanistan. We spent 20 years, guys, on a nation-building assignments. And as soon as we proceed to pull out, the whole entire Afghan army completely just implodes. It's amazing, guys. How exactly did 20 years, billions of dollars, and thousands of American lives result in the total collapse of Afghanistan? The United States has nothing to blame, has nobody to blame but themselves, guys. And I hold it to you, maybe, if we weren't so busy nation building and training armies for other countries, maybe Trump wouldn't have won and been the orange menace Kremlin puppet you fear. You know what I'm saying? I want to posit something to you neoliberals, you guys, because you act like there's all of this happening, but there's no consequences. There are consequences, guys, to your behavior. The consequences, guys, of you expanding the wars from 2 to 8 with Barack Obama was you got Donald Trump. Next time you're going to get a worse guy. He's not going to be half as funny or entertaining. He's going to be like, who's that racist guy? Stephen Miller. That's going to be the next Trump. We got lucky this time. Trump was fucking hilarious, bro. Got us Twitter asked for a stimulus, bro. It's time to let go of these 40 years of neoliberal policies, guys. It's time to let go of your regime change wars. It's time to focus on something more important. Making America great, as it has never been before. We have the promise of the Constitution, and we have the capability now, with all of us together, and no slavery, to actually have the Constitution mean what it was supposed to mean in the first place, that all men are created equal, guys. All we have to do is let go of our greed. That really negates choices. We have to let go of regime change wars, guys. We have to let go of everything. It makes everything so small, guys. And the fears that once controlled me, to tell you this, can't get to me at all. It's time to see what we can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, just no Republicans or Democrats. And then we're free. Let it go, let it go. Be one with the wind and sky. Like an eagle, let it go, let it go. Guys, you're making me cry. Here I stand, and here I'll stay. Let the storm rage on. I'm gonna be freaking innovative and open-minded, guys. Anyway, I'm not gonna do the bridge because it's Adina Menzel.
Hi, this is Joe Biden. I'm the president of the United. You know the thing. Look, you need to listen to Tom against your politics. You really